What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of the best team in FIFA. Today we are going to be building a full team of the season team. Now some changes are going to be happening to the best team in FIFA and it's going to go kind of back to where it used to be in FIFA 15, which was me picking the teams. What happened in previous best team in FIFAs this year is I started taking your guys' teams instead of teams that I liked. You know, I thought it would be fun to use the teams that you guys thought were the best team in FIFA, try them out and see if it was a viable, usable team. But back in FIFA 15, I used to build a team and on players that I liked and things that I thought might be good with new players and stuff, and then let you guys know whether it would be used as a viable team or the best team. What's gone wrong this year for this series is the fact that because of FUT Champions, everybody has basically the same team within around 50 different players. So every single time somebody recommends me their best team, it's usually filled with at least 5 or 6 players that are exactly the same as the last episode and the last episode and the last episode. And it kind of makes for a disinteresting team squad builder. So going forwards, what I think we'll do is, if you guys drop 3 players in the comment section, the most thumbed up players will be 3 players that I will pick for the next the best team in FIFA, and then we'll build a squad around those. That might not be completely like that. I might do one episode like that and then one episode with a team that I pick again. But that's going to be the general idea. Now, for this team, guys, we've got a full Liga NOS team of the season. I'm very, very, very disappointed in EA with this Liga NOS team of the season, and I'll explain why as we build the team. But we're going to go first and foremost with the goalkeeper. Let me get up to Liga NOS. And in goal, we are going to go with Ederson. Could have gone with Iker Casillas. I like the look of this Ederson card. He's got very high diving reflexes and kicking, very good handling and positioning, and 72 speed. And I think he's 6'3", 6'2". So 6'2" tall, might be a bit of a problem being that short. Now you can see I have indeed got the 5-3-2. This is a formation I'm really trying to test out right now to see its viabilities. I know #Harry uses this formation and he has lots and lots of fun with it and is very successful with it. But what I want to figure out is he very successful with the 5-3-2 because he is just an incredible FIFA player? Or is he very successful with the 5-3-2 because it breaks the meta of FIFA and formations? So with that, there wasn't that much choice for centre-backs. We are going to go with Marcano, Felipe and Lindorf. Lindorf is going to go in the centre because he is the slowest. I was very surprised at the price of someone like Felipe, an 88 rated Brazilian centre-back. Not the tallest and not the greatest work rates, but very fast, very good defending and very good physical. And of course, as a Brazilian, gets incredible links not only to Brazilians but also to Porto players, and there are a lot of them that are very good. The other centre-back that I was very surprised of his price again is Marcano. As a Spaniard, 6'2" again, not the greatest for height. I think 6'2" and above is about perfect. Obviously 6'3", 6'4" is even better, but I don't necessarily think 6'2" is bad at all. And medium work rates again, but great pace, great defending, great physical, and links to Spaniards. Like, it's so easy to link to many people, and again, as a Porto player, it's so easy to link to so many people. And then Lindelof here, Lindelof, apologies, 6'2", medium, not the fastest, nice defending and physical, not the best defending and physical, but when comparing him to the other centre-backs in the league, it's a no contest. He is the 3rd best for me. In at left back, guys, we have got TOTS. Now, when I'm talking about the links here, you could literally play TOTS and Felipe, and that's it. You've now got both of these dudes have perfect links in this formation. You could play anyone else in centre-back, in goal, in midfield. TOTS got a very, very good card. High, medium work rates, 3-star skill moves. Yep, a 2-star weak foot could be quite damaging, but a lot of fullbacks actually do have 2-star weak foots. Really well-rounded card. I've thrown an anchor on him to boost that pace, boost that defending, and boost that physical. He's got incredible dribbling and passing, which is going to be necessary for a left wing back, and hopefully he is going to be good. And then at right wing back, unfortunately, this is where EA frustrate me. We cannot get Nelson Semedo because EA have given him a price range of 100,000 coins. And if you put a Guardian on him, he becomes a 98 rated right wing back and right back. No one in their right mind, if they packed him, is going to be selling a Nelson Semedo for 100,000 coins. It's illogical. He's worth far, far more. So that means we have to put a right mid in the right back spot because there are no other right backs. And we're going to go with Gelson Martins. 4-star, 4-star, high medium work rates. He's got really nice pace and dribbling. Decent passing. His defending and physical are obviously horrendous. But what I'm going to do with this team and how we're going to try and play the game is we're actually going to use Gelson Martins when we do the player instructions, which we're going to do now. We're going to get him to always overlap. And that's that. So instead of stay back while attacking, we're going to use this right-hand side to overlap and hopefully pressure our opponent's defences and see if we can get in behind, you know, and use him as an attacking creative threat rather than as a defensive player, and hope that the 3 centre-backs and TOTS as well are going to be able to do the work for us. So we're going to set TOTS to stay back while attacking. The rest of the defence is going to be exactly the same. All of them set to stay back while attacking. Into the centre midfield spot, guys. Now, I've also got an interesting centre midfield pick. We go for the first 2 dudes, and that is going to be Danilo Pereira, coming in with a catalyst card. His defending and physical is really, really good for a centre mid in a 3-man centre mid. Medium high work rate, 6'2", perfect. He does only have 2-star skill moves, but the reason why I've given him catalyst is because his passing is quite low for a midfielder. So I want to boost that pace, boost that passing, and then he's got a really well-rounded card, and shooting is the only thing that kind of lets him down. And then PZ on the other side, 4-star, 4-star, high medium, very good balance against Pereira. Incredibly well-rounded stats. I've given him engine, so we boost that pace, dribbling and passing. His physical's decent, his shooting's very nice, and he comes in there. And then our third midfielder, guys, is not going to be a centre midfielder. It is going to be a right midfielder, also off chemistry, and that is going to be Medeiros. High medium, 3-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, but even on 7 chemistry, which well, he gets 6 chemistry from me because he's not first owner and doesn't have the 10 games, but eventually we'll go up to 7 chemistry. His in-games as a 7 chem midfielder are remarkable. Now, the reason why I've gone for 2 high creative attacking rated midfielders here is because we have 3 centre-backs, we have 5 defenders, we have Danilo Pereira as our central CDM pulling back in. We've got such a well-rounded base that we don't need a super defensive midfield. One defensive-minded midfielder is going to be enough, in my opinion. For the player instructions for these guys, all of them are just going to be set to stay back while attacking, just because I find that to be just the most effective way to start things off, because then if you go attacking, it works. If you go defensive, it helps keep balance. And that is the set that we have there. And then up front, once again, very disappointed that we can't use Jonas, because Jonas is extinct, which means we are stuck with Mitroglou. I was going to use Bastos anyway. I threw a catalyst on him too because his shooting and physical is great. His dribbling is good enough, and any chem style doesn't boost it enough to the point where it boosts his balance and agility to what you want it to be. I think his pace going up into the 80s in this 2 flat formation. He's 6'5". Feels like the medium-low work rates will really help him because he should drop in behind. I don't know if Mitroglou, I hope Mitroglou has high attacking. Oh, another medium-low work rate. He's got 5-star weak foot here, 3-star skill moves, and Dost has 3-star weak foot, but only the 2-star skill moves. So something to remind yourself whilst playing with him there. And for the 2 attackers, guys, we're actually going to set them to still to stay central and get in behind and press back line. You know, getting in behind with these low-pace attackers might be a mistake. But we're going to test it out for the few games that we're going to play with this. And you're probably thinking, why not just try and snipe Jonas? Why not just try and snipe Semedo? The problem is, guys, I spent around 5 hours in total yesterday and already 1 hour today trying to snipe these. And now, granted, I'm not necessarily the fastest sniper in this game. However, when it comes to sniping, you have to see them to be successful. You know, you have to see, like, I'm quick enough to be able to see any single one that pops up. The difference is whether or not I'm quick enough to be able to purchase the one when it shows up. And that's very, very difficult when nothing shows up. They literally do not show up. In 5 hours yesterday and around an hour today, I saw 2 Semedos all day and I saw 0 Jonas. Jonas just did not get listed at any time that I was searching for a Jonas, and it is ridiculous, guys. I've wasted so much time. I could have made an extra video. You know, the 5 hours I wasted trying to snipe these guys, I could have had a second video up for you guys today with the Liga MX full team of the season, the best team in FIFA instead, and it's just impossible to do so. As you can see here, like I say, it doesn't matter that I'm you know, not necessarily the fastest here. What matters is whether or not when we see it, I'm the fastest there. And it's so hard to do that when you don't even see a player. So we're going to stick with the team that I showed you on the squad section there, guys. We're going to take this into Division 1. Hopefully it performs. Oh wait, let's do custom tactics. Custom tactics pretty important. I want to build up the speed again high. I want to bring the shooting down. I want to put the crossing up definitely because of the wing backs and the two tall strikers. We'll put the crossing up. We want to bring our. Let's be aggressive but not really pressure too highly. And let's put that to cover. So that's going to be our custom tactics. This is the team. Let's get into the gameplay. Okay guys, as we go into the gameplay, of course we are in Division 1 and the first opponent we come up against has a 189 5-2-2-1. He's got some very nice team of the seasons in there. Hummels, Baumann, Stindl, Cruiser at striker, which is an interesting one. Dembele and Forsberg. He's got informed Thiago, Alaba and Lahm with Sule and I can't remember who the other centre-back is. But a really, really strong team and it was just hilarious to me that I'm using 5-3-2 here because it's potentially the new meta, and straight away the first opponent I come up against also has a 5-3-2. So of course I am in Division 1. I'm playing against high caliber opponents here, and I'm using a team that's not necessarily created for competitive play. You know, two strikers with very, very low pace, but really good finishing abilities. They both have really good height, and of course Mitroglou has that 5-star weak foot. And I'm using Gelson Martins at right back, and he's not really suited. I would much prefer Nelson Semedo at right back. The first two goals came from Mitroglou 1 and Dost 1. Mitroglou's was kind of just like a little prod in the box, not really much about it. He just happened to be in the right place at the right time. And Dost there was a nice little cutback to a tap-in. And we ended up getting a 2-0 win in a game that we heavily controlled by way of possession, but not chances. But one thing that I found with this 5-at-the-back formation, and because of the way I set my midfield up, and because of the way Danilo Pereira has medium-high work rates, is that it was just a mess in defence, but not in a bad way. Every time I got countered, those three centre-backs were there. Pereira was there, and then if I brought someone back as well, you know, there were times with the fullbacks too where I literally had 6, 7, 8 men behind the ball and just the two strikers up front. The only problems that I did find, and you'll see by the lack of goals scored actually, the only problems I did find was the transition from defence to attack on counter-attacks was really difficult. And I think that's mostly down to the fact that the strikers have no pace. If we had even one striker with good pace, not even great pace, but good pace, like Jonas with a Hunter or Jonas with a Catalyst, I think that it would be a much, much better experience. And I think you'd be able to transition between defence and attack a lot easier. This second game we come up against, this guy's called Corey FIFA. You can search him on FootWiz and Foothead. He has played Foot Champs. He's ranked in top 100 once. I don't think he ever finished in top 100, but he was in there at one stage or another. So a quality player. You'll notice as well, I had to mute the audio. He was blaring music down the microphone the whole game. Obviously, I don't listen to audio during the game, so I didn't realise until editing. So I couldn't like mute him or turn him off or anything like that. But I ended up getting a 2-1 win. Another couple of goals from Bas Dost. So Dost scored 1 in the first game. He got both goals in the second game. Mitroglou getting an assist and Pizzi getting an assist. And Pizzi was very good as well. I thought Tellez was very, very good. And this team was just strong. And you can see here again, a nice bit of possession, not creating so many chances. And one of the things I'm not notorious for, one of the things that definitely is in my like kind of good side of being a FIFA player is the fact that I get to create, or I manage to create a lot of good opportunities every game, sometimes 10, 12, 15 shots. It's very rare that over a prolonged period of games I have a small number of shots, but it seemed like in this occasion, every single game I played, I wasn't unable to create a lot, but I was able to forge the chances that were high quality chances. That is how it had to be. Into the third game, guys, we end up getting the ball with Bas Dost about 35 yards out, had a pop with him, flew into the back of the net, keeper had no chance. What a finish that was. Dost now has 4 goals. He scored 1 in the first game. He scored both goals in the second game. He's got his first goal of this game, just absolutely leathered it into the back of the net. Keeper had no chance. And then a few minutes after that, we get down the right-hand side with Medeiros. We hit our opponent. Tried to do a stop and turn there. It didn't fall to him. Falls to Danilo in the box. Lovely bit of patience with Danilo. And Bastos there steps onto the ball and slots that one home. And again, it's just a situation where, okay, he doesn't have the pace, but once you build up to that attacking third, once you get the possession comfortably, you know, around your opponent, Dost is just unbelievable. So we get a rage quit in the third game. 2 more goals from Bas Dost. That's now 5 goals. 5 of 6 goals. 5 of 6 goals scored, all from Bas Dost. We get our 3rd consecutive win in Division 1. And then we move on to the 4th game. And the 4th game's opponent was Sam 5000. What a team he had. Very, very strong team. Cantes, Piliqueta and Walker. Thiago Silva, Marquinhos there at left centre-back. Matuidi, Fekir, the Red Martial. Sam 5000, of course, used to be a YouTuber back in FIFA 11, FIFA 12. I think he made a comeback in FIFA 15 as well, but I think he's actually pursuing a sports career. Very, very good player. Has ranked numerous occasions in the top 100 this year in FUT Champions for regional. And this, for me, I knew this was going to be a big test because I knew Sam was a big, big player. He had a very good team, and this would be another true test. And look at that again. Bas Dost is there yet again, right on the money, right at the perfect time for me to take the lead. And then I got a really easy goal here. Mitroglou, I tried to cut it back. The ball fell back to Mitroglou. I did cut it back, and Dost is there again for a tap-in. So that's now 7 goals from Dost out of 8 goals scored. I got 2 2-0 wins. 2-2-1 wins, no, 3 2-0 wins and 1 2-1 win maybe. But this team, guys, it was absolutely fantastic. We're now going to go and have a look at the stats in the team and talk a little bit about the team, the best players and the gameplay. So guys, to end off the video, I just want to show some of the stats of the players. I was very impressed with quite a lot of the players on this team. You guys would have heard me talk about it a little bit through the gameplay. But most impressive in the whole team was Bas Dost. I wasn't overly sure on how good he was going to be. I thought he was going to play second fiddle to Jonas, should I have got Jonas. But he was clinical. Like, really clinical. 7 goals in the 4 games. The 3rd opponent I came up against, I believe, maybe the 2nd opponent, the guy's name was Corey FIFA. He sent me some messages and tweeted me. He said he's a competitive player. And we managed to beat him 2-1. And the 4th opponent I came up against, Sam 5000, is a YouTuber from years gone by, FIFA 11. One of the guys that I used to watch religiously, one of my favourite FIFA YouTubers of all time. And Sam 5000 is a top 100 level player, top, you know, that calibre player. If you look at his FUTWiz FUT Champions section, he actually finished top 100 regional several times. So the fact that Dost was able to perform and this team was able to perform against that calibre of player really goes to show how impressive it was. In terms of Mitroglou, he was good, not great. He was like, I know he's slower. What's his dribbling compared to Dost? I mean, Dost has got a little less passing, but similar dribbling, really. But for some reason, I don't know what it was, Dost just felt better. Mitroglou felt really heavy on the ball, really clunky. His touch wasn't great. His turn of pace was just horrific, you know, and he didn't really take many of his chances, whereas Dost just slotted in everything. I enjoyed the midfield immensely. I think Pereira does, I don't know what his stamina levels are, but quite often he would be quite dead by the end of the game. I don't know if that's because he's medium high and I was just running him ragged, but that's the truth. The defense was great. This formation was great. I thought Ederson was very good. He made some big saves. I don't know if I'll be able to get the clips into the video, but he made some big saves. And Tellez was absolutely phenomenal. No goals, no assists or anything like that, but he was up and down that left-hand side. He kept interlinking with Pizzi and with Dost. And for me, it really felt like the left-hand side of this team was just the stronger side. But generally speaking, guys, I was thoroughly impressed with this team. Would I consider this the best team in FIFA? I mean, the fact that I put in 2 incredible performances against 2 competitive level players, not pros, but competitive level players, and I got 4 wins in D1, this isn't far short of putting Semedo in at right back and Jonas up at striker instead of Mitroglou, away from being a team that you could genuinely perform in, game out. Definitely worth a shot if you guys have got these players or got a lot or some of these players. I can't imagine the value of these centre-backs is going to stay this low. It might even be lower. I bought them yesterday when I tried to make this video but couldn't. So I went for 45k. Yeah, it's still 35 to 45k, and we paid what was it, 55k for 53k for Felipe. So it looks like his value's gone up to 60,000 coins. Yes, oh no, 52k. Oh no, that's the only 52k. Yeah, so 60,000 coins for Felipe, and it makes sense because he is fantastic. But this, guys, is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.